Okay, here is another card that I just love. This uses the stamp set Special Reason, which I adore. It was not actually on my list even at the beginning, but I've really come to love it quite a bit. And the stamps are great, but the framelits are amazing. And here is an example of that. I die cut this framelit out of some silver glimmer paper for this card. So pretty. Now, if you don't have this flower, which we're going to use to create the background of this card, you can certainly substitute all sorts of different things, just like circle shapes, or you don't even have to put anything on here. You don't have to stamp anything. You could just sponge on it if you wanted, or just leave the strips completely blank. It's completely up to you. Now, the sentiment comes from a Hostess set. Let me see if I have it handy. It is in the Occasions catalog, and it is called Iconic Occasions. And so there's like a little photo or image that goes with all the different words, which is kind of fun. At any rate, let's put this card together. I think this is one of those cards that could be used for a whole bunch of different types of occasions, as well as a whole bunch of different color combinations. So I have used, in this case, Pool Party, Bermuda Bay, and Pacific Point. But again, you could do this in all sorts of colors and it would be really fun. Now, I folded my card. I'm going to actually set that aside because I want to stamp on these strips of cardstock that I have cut for you here. I, again, am going to use this image and I'm going to stamp a couple of them full strength, and then I'm going to stamp them off to kind of fill in that area so that I have sort of lighter and darker spots, which is always fun. Same thing for each color. And because I'm going from lighter to darker colors, I can totally just keep stamping. So again, I like to stamp off to fill in the rest of the spaces. They're not all full strength. Okay, and finally we'll do Pacific Point. I'm going to close these up because we don't need them anymore. And Pacific Point is my final color. Again, a few full strength, the rest are stamped off. Like so. Okay, now I'm going to adhere these to my card, and I like to, first of all, make sure that I don't have ink on my fingers because, you know, I always seem to. And I'm going to start at the bottom and just put a little bit of space between each, like 1/8 of an inch or so. I actually probably didn't have to start quite that close to the bottom, but it won't really matter. I just want nice, even lines between each, like so. Then what I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment. I closed this up. I didn't mean to. Let me just practice. Yes, that is upside down. Let's do it right side up just for the card. And I'll stamp that right above here. I love these long, skinny words. I think they're so much fun. Now, all that I have left is to pop this up. I'm going to stick one dimensional underneath the center of that flower, which actually is supposed to be die cut, but I left it in here. And then that's it. Oh my gosh, could this be any easier? I mean, seriously. Isn't this just gorgeous? I love this card. Now you can see my little pieces are ever so slightly longer than my card. So I will take the analness out and snip those off with my scissors. Well, you want your cards to look nice, right? I mean, seriously. Isn't that awesome? So easy.